Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is Thursday, August 12th at 5:20 p.m. here in sunny California. Today we are looking at this Bitcoin chart. We are sitting right now at $44,386.72 at least for the moment. On this video, we're going to talk about where I see Bitcoin going, where I see the whole market going. We're also going to talk about Ethereum today, something that we typically don't talk about on this channel, but we need to talk about Ethereum a little bit. We're going to look at the chart. Of course, we're going to look at the XRP chart, the LTC chart, and I'm going to tell you about three assets that I think are going to minimum 15x, perhaps even 20x this year. Two of them are well known. One of them is experimental. All right. Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'. Here we are looking at this Bitcoin chart. As you can see, we've broken above the 21-day EMA on the weekly chart, which is bullish. As I have said before, I do anticipate a retest of this 21-day EMA, which should correspond with this line of resistance here, which we now will see as a line of support at about 40,700, somewhere along there. Looking at the daily Bitcoin chart, my next target is $56,000. However, before we press toward $56,000, of course, I'm expecting a retest somewhere in this area right here, somewhere between 42,000 and 40,500, somewhere along there. I'm expecting a retest. If that happens with Bitcoin, we're going to see a retest of the whole market, but we're looking at the daily chart, and the MACDs are definitely bullish. The RSI is definitely bullish as well, but there's some room within this bullish progression, within this bullish trend, for the RSI to come back down and revisit some of these lower areas before heading back up towards the top. So we're bullish, we're moving upward. The price action's moving upward, but we have a retest that I believe we need to do, which is a good thing. It's a healthy thing before the market moves on. Same thing here looking at this XRP chart, which is really incredible and really encouraging to see that XRP is moving solidly upwards towards $13, $14, maybe more by the end of the year. Very exciting to see. However, in the meantime, we'll probably need to retest this 21-day EMA here as well at somewhere around 78 cents. Don't get scared if we see that retest. It simply means we're going to come back and retest that level, and then we're going to break out towards higher highs. All right, we're seeing the same thing here with Litecoin. Looking at this Litecoin chart on the daily, I think we're going to have to retest about $150. We're seeing the same thing in all of these charts. My target was $185, and I expected a retest. I expected it to touch $185 and then retest $150 before heading on towards my next target of $251. But we may not even make it all the way to $185. We may make it to $185. We may not before we get this retest. I think this retest is an exciting thing because I have buy orders waiting here at $150. And so I think that's really sound. Now, when we're talking about what's going on in the market, I want to go back to XRP for a second and look at this XRP BTC chart. And what I see with this XRP BTC chart is that both in the RSI and in the price action, we're in a triangle. All right, and if we break out bullish out of this triangle, which actually I expect we will, we can expect to see is upwards of 600% in the aftermath of that breakout. A 600% breakout. So let's say we go all the way to the end of this triangle. Let's say it takes us all the way to the end of the year, and then all of a sudden we see this 600% breakout here. What this means, what this 600% breakout means, this is the degree to which I expect XRP to outperform Bitcoin. Okay, that's what this means. This is the XRP BTC chart, and so when we do break bullish, am I not look? Yep, I am logarithmic. When we do break bullish, I'm expecting XRP to outperform Bitcoin in the aftermath by a substantial degree. Okay, so I think that's very strong. But if we look at the LTC BTC chart, I'm seeing something that's even stronger. First of all, I said in a previous video that I expect LTC BTC to revisit this line before it breaks out. But here's what we're seeing in this LTC BTC weekly chart is that we're in a falling wedge. Okay, we're in a falling wedge. And we've got bullish divergence in the RSI. Bullish divergence in the RSI means as we're making lower lows in the price action, we're making higher highs in the RSI. And the higher highs in the RSI tell us that the momentum is moving upward even while the price action is moving downward. This means that LTC is preparing itself to outperform Bitcoin by a lot. By a lot. So this is where, you know, some of the targets come from when we look at look at LTC. I'm expecting a $1,000 LTC by the end of the year, which means that if we do see, let's say it's $1,000 by the end of the year, we're talking about 500% spike in LTC, a 500% increase for LTC before the end of the year. I expect XRP and LTC to dramatically outperform Bitcoin. And once again, looking at this LTC BTC chart, there's bullish divergence in the RSI against Bitcoin, not against the US dollar. So when there's bullish divergence in the RSI against the US dollar on a US dollar chart, that means that the asset is about to outperform the US dollar. But when you're seeing bullish divergence in the RSI against Bitcoin, that means that that asset is about to outperform Bitcoin. So what we've seen as the price action is falling is that the asset has underperformed Bitcoin. But look at how many consecutive bearish weeks we had. This thing, we're going to have just as many or if not more bullish weeks on the other side of this. And so, I mean, as the RSI, you know, reaches for the top of this and bounces around in here, we're going to break bullish out of this triangle. And when we break bullish out of this triangle, it's going to go absolutely crazy. All right, moving on. XLM. I'm looking at XLM, and XLM is going to be a big winner, folks. Do not sleep on XLM. This market cycle, XLM is about to go crazy. But just looking at this chart, XLM is about to go crazy. And what I'm looking at for XLM is, I mean, man, if we go up to the top of this line, that's 1,300%, folks. That's 13.5x for XLM. And if we go to the top, it's closer to 20x. It's more like 18 to 19x. So I think, yeah, folks, XLM is a good buy. And anything under 30 cents is great. I think we're going to probably see a retest of the bottom of this. I have a buy order for XLM at 27 cents. I think there's a good chance that XLM is going to hit 27 cents. Let's go. I also think EOS is going to be a big winner. Don't sleep on EOS, folks. EOS is going to be a big winner. And if my technical analysis is correct, I think we're going to be looking at for EOS somewhere between 800 and 1,000%, and perhaps more. But I think we're going to get one more opportunity to buy EOS down here in the low fours. Okay, I don't have a buy order for EOS. I've got enough of it for right now. But I think EOS is a great buy. I think it's very strong. Let's talk Ethereum. We haven't talked Ethereum yet. Okay, so we're going to talk Ethereum, and then I'm going to tell you about one of my experimental investments that I actually have very high hopes for. All right, so Ethereum, you look at this, it's bullish, right? It's moving bullish. But look how many consecutive green candles we've had. It's got to consolidate for a while, okay? Now, of course, it could break above this. And I mean, if we just break out above this, and it goes, 30% above, just kind of looking at the candle pattern. Let's say next week it breaks out above, and we, this could give us a target of around $4,300. Everything's possible. All things are possible. A lot of great stuff happening with Ethereum. We're seeing the ETH burns happening. More than 100 million in ETH has been burned since the recent Ethereum fork. So there's a lot of great stuff happening with Ethereum that's really, really exciting. However, just from a technical point of view, I don't think there's a good chance that we're just going to break above this and keep moving up. I think we need to consolidate, maybe come down and revisit at least the middle of this trend. We don't necessarily have to visit the bottom of it, but at least the middle of this trend before we take off and start moving to higher highs. I am bullish on Ethereum. I do think we're going to see an $8,000 to $9,000 Ethereum by the end of this year, but that's like 300% maximum. So I'm not buying a whole lot of Ethereum right now for that reason. However, I have an experimental asset that I am invested in currently, and that is Y-Axis. Now, I talked about it before, and if you're a hodler on my channel, I told you when I was buying it, I was waiting. I was charting it for a while, and I was waiting for it to hit a target. It hit that target, and I bought it, and then it dropped even more. Actually, it was about $8. Now, this is Y-Axis against Ethereum, okay? It was about $8 when I bought it. It is about $4.29 now. So I lost 50%. Not exactly, because when I bought it, I staked it, and at that time the APY was 561%. So I made a lot. I got a lot in the process. I got a lot. So I'm only down about 25 to 30% right now from where it was when I bought it. However, if you look at the 1-year chart of this stuff just against the US dollar, its all-time high is $72.24, and that was April of this year. So this is a very new asset, and it's an asset that's it's a DeFi project that is very active. They have a very active team. They got a lot of new stuff coming out with the project. There's only about 2,000 investors in the project right now. So what happens is whenever there's a pump, I mean, it just pumps really, really hard. And so I think Y-Axis has a great future. I think it's a solid DeFi project. I'm invested in it. However, I don't give financial advice, so I'm not telling you whether or not you should invest it. I'm just telling you what I am looking at. All right, folks, that's all I got for today. Just make it your aim to sleep in peace, wake in joy, walk in love. And in the meantime, do me a favor and hit the like button, the subscribe button as well. And thank you so much for watching. And this is Cryptogenic signing out.